it finally happens. Raze plus Killjoy is officially finally canon according to Valorant's lore via the most reputable source you could ever ask for, the official Valorant Twitter account. And judging by the massive success of this post with 570,000 likes, 134,000 retweets, and 17,000 comments that I was scanning through and looked like everyone was super excited and, you know, passionate and just hyped about it. It looks like that this is being extremely well received by the community, which is so cool to see. And since this is something that has been, you know, loosely hinted at for what feels like years now, and something that the fans have desperately been wanting, including myself, for a long time now, all it does is just make you happy. At least it does for me. And this feels like a really long time coming. So how did this happen? But before we get into this amazing story and how this all happened and how there could possibly be some negative ramifications that come to this, because it explicitly states in Valorant's rules that there cannot be romantic relationships between agents, just like how Killjoy plus Raze was a holiday present for me, I have a holiday present for you. 'Tis the holiday season, and all I want this year is to reach Diamond again in Valorant. Well, hopefully with Valorant Tracker, I can see what's going wrong this act on just why I'm not winning. I could see if maybe it's the agents I'm playing, or maybe I'm getting unlucky with the maps being played that I historically, you know, don't do the best on. Maybe Valorant Tracker will tell me if I need to drop the Vandal because my aim is just bad right now and pick up that trusty Phantom to help out with the spray. Regardless though, whatever the case may be, Valorant Tracker is the best partner app to Valorant, and I use it literally every game to see how the teams are matching up against each other using their ranks and win rates. Use my link in the description or the pinned comment to download Valorant Tracker for free, and thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so how did this all happen? Well, besides the fact that, you know, it's been hinted at for quite a while, how Raze and Killjoy have gotten along really well in the past and, you know, meshed really well in cinematics and voice lines and a bunch of other things in the lore, what was the tipping point that happened that had Killjoy and Raze, you know, share that kiss and, you know, hopefully start a relation together, even though they really shouldn't be allowed to according to Valorant's rules? Well, in the official Valorant Twitter account, the past couple of days, we've had these pretty great stories of a couple agents of Valorant Protocol, Phoenix, Raze, Neon, Killjoy, and Yoru going on a vacation in Salvador. Well, the story and vacation in Salvador starts like this. Kumasta na, which stands for how are you when I use Google Translate. Reading on, it says, first day in Salvador. Feels like I ran headfirst into a brick wall, but at least I didn't forget all my stuff like some people. Can't wait for tonight though. Raze is hyping up the live music scene here. So this is the start of the vacation, and something you'll see throughout these images as the vacation progresses as we lead up to the kiss between Killjoy and Raze is that each image and each post of Valorant, you know, posted here on the Twitter account is from the point of view of a certain agent telling the story. But when I did Google Translate for Kamusta Na, it says that it's Filipino, and we know that Neon is in the Philippines. And then I look at Neon, and it does look like she's extremely tired and, you know, feels like I ran headfirst into a brick wall. And she did point out that someone forgot something, and what we can see over here is that Killjoy forgot her hat, and that's something that's going to be a catalyst for the kiss later on. A couple more things. We have Yoru trying to learn Portuguese, we have Phoenix declining a phone call from somebody, and we have Raze just casually eating, looking like she's kind of looking at Killjoy, to be honest. Okay, moving on, it does look like that they are exploring the city now and at least trying to get a new hat for Killjoy, and the caption reads this: okay, I broke through the jet lag and made it shopping with the crew. Killjoy's got some very specific taste. So what we're seeing here is Killjoy angrily expressing that, you know, the hats, all these hats that she's trying on, that Neon's trying her absolute best to try to give her as many hats as possible. They're just not hitting right? Yeah, you know when you have that special piece of like clothing, whether it's like, you know, a hat in Killjoy's case, you know, a shirt, you know, a jacket or whatever, and you're trying to find a replacement and it's just not working, you're just not feeling it. Like, we could see Killjoy's angry face literally expressing that right there, and Neon's trying her absolute best to try and get as many different hats as she could possibly find for Killjoy. And one thing we don't see is we do not see Raze here. As far as I can tell, we don't see Raze here. So that's going to come into play later. And then we have Yoru kind of teasing Phoenix about getting a baby-sized shoe for him when Phoenix is trying to get a new pair of shoes, because we know Phoenix absolutely loves shoes. Like, he has a shoe collection and something that he's really passionate about. And then Yoru is just casually teasing him, which I think is pretty funny. But yeah, so as we can see so far, Killjoy is something that's affecting her. She's like, man, I really wish I had my hat. Like, you know, she feels probably, you know, I don't know, uncomfortable or lost without it. And Neon's trying her best to help her, and we'll see Raze did something special for her later on. Moving on, we have another post by Valorant's Twitter account saying, can't believe I'm standing in Raze's workshop. This is like sacred ground, but our host had more important things to do than watch Yoru fail miserably. Now, when we click on here, we can see again that Killjoy is super just, you know, in a funk, in a mood. that she doesn't have her hat. I mean, this is something that she's just like really angry about, and we're like, man, I really wish I brought it. And looks like she's taking apart Boombot over here. But what do we have up here? Ooh, what's this over here? Is this Omega Boombot? Omega Boombot has made a return once again, so long after the, the Color of the Town, I believe is the name of the cinematic trailer, where we had Raze, going through Salvador, singing and dancing and, just destroying things, to be honest. And then at the very end, we saw Omega Earth's Raze's Boombot, who has the glow around it, enter her garage. And it looks like it has been here ever since. And it's clearly seeing everything that's going on over here. No one seems to notice it. So I already made a video about Omega Earth Raze's Boombot and how it might possibly link to Raze's disappearance that happened when they were in the concert in Berlin, and how she mysteriously came back in Breeze and seems like, oh, I don't know how I got there. I don't know how I literally got all the way across the world in one night. Like, it's pretty crazy. I think this has something to do with it. So, yeah, we got some theories coming on, especially between the kiss between Raze and KJ. So we'll see. Okay, moving on. So I think that the caption that we read over here, I think it's from the point of view of Phoenix, or it could be Neon, actually. Can't believe I'm staying at Raze Workshop. This is like Sacred Ground. It might actually be Neon again talking about it. And it looks like that Phoenix is trying to play a video game over here, and pretty awesome. For whatever reason, Raze has grenades in the fridge, which usually I have like water or something in the fridge. I don't know why she's storing her grenades in there. And another thing that we see, let me move my head out of the way, guys, so you guys can see. Another thing that we are seeing is that Raze just picked up a package by the local delivery man, if you will, and things are looking good. That package is gonna be pretty important. So nothing more else to see here in the garage besides Omega Boombot over here just casually looking here. And let's move on to the next image. All right, up next we have So Tired, no idea where everyone went, but Phoenix is gonna let me nap, so he's the real hero of the evening. Again, this is most likely, actually it is going to be from Neon's point of view, because if we could zoom in over here, oh geez, my head, let me move it over here. As we can see over here, we can see that Neon is very clearly tired, and a big party is going on out in like it looks like a concert's going on over here. But yeah, Neon's tired. Phoenix is letting her nap, which is awesome. We see Yoru dancing with somebody. I don't know who this is. Could this be the hat lady from earlier? Hang on, that actually might be. Let's see. Is that the hat lady? Orange hat. Maybe he's dancing with the hat lady. Hang on. Possibly. I don't know. I mean, she's got a hat on. How funny would that be if he picked up the hat lady at the shop earlier? But the most important thing in here is we have Raze handing the package that we saw earlier that she got from the delivery guy to Killjoy. And it looks like Killjoy is extremely excited. Again, you can see that she does not have her hat on. If we scan more around the image, we can see, tacti plushes all over the place. We got one over here, we got one over here, and there's plenty more that I've seen pop up from like Twitter posts and stuff. A really interesting thing, we have a Kingdom Corporation jacket over here. So I thought that was pretty interesting. How Kingdom's merchandise is literally sold all over the globe. Not much else to see here besides, like Neon and Phoenix napping. Yoru is just dancing, having a good time with someone. Might be Hat Lady, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know, it could be Hat Lady. And then we have the Raze and Killjoy. And Killjoy is absolutely excited because she's been in a funk this entire vacation. It's been lasting a couple of days. She desperately, I mean, this hat means a lot to her. So what was in that package and what happened? Well, inside that package was something that Killjoy's been wanting for the entire vacation, her hat. And it was a powerful enough emotion for her to finally get the hat, and something that Raze was thoughtful enough to get it shipped over to her that they shared a kiss. And like I said, guys, this is a long time coming. Like the amount of times that like I've heard in the community where we want Killjoy Raze, Killjoy Raze, Killjoy Raze, and Riot finally did it. And this is the very first romantic relationship between agents in the Valorant protocol, which, guys, is not allowed. There is a rule for the VP stating that agents cannot have relationships between each other for a number of reasons. Because if you're out on a mission and say you're out on a mission, Killjoy, Raze, and a couple other agents, and maybe Killjoy is slightly in danger, but like trying to save her or trying to move past the line of fire to try to save her will put not only yourself but your team in danger. Since Raze now has an emotional attachment to Killjoy now, she may very well disregard the mission or disregard even her safety and try to help out and save Killjoy, which is something that the VP does not want because they want their focus on the mission, not between the other agents. And of course you can have like camaraderie between your teammates of your agents and you look out for each other, but when you care for someone on a level like this that we're seeing right here, you are more willing to put yourself or your team in danger and look out for your significant other. So we're gonna have to wait and see to see what Brimstone thinks about this. I can imagine it's gonna be a bunch of flood of emotions for Brimstone too. He's probably gonna be extremely happy, you know, because Killjoy found someone that she loves. So Killjoy is not officially Brimstone's daughter, but you know, she is kind of seen as like a daughter figure to Brimstone, while Brimstone is seen as like a father figure to Killjoy, because you know, she is so young. So yeah, Brimstone's probably gonna be happy. You know, he's probably gonna be proud of Killjoy. But he's probably going to be a little disappointed, I would say too, because now he's got to step up. Now, this puts Brimstone in an awkward situation, because he's most likely going to want to support Killjoy and Raze, you know, because this is just cool to see. And you know, you can't stop love in most cases. So, but like, rules are rules. So we'll just have to see what Brimstone does. It's gonna put him in an awkward situation, I would say, to where he's got to make a decision. Does he want to be like a father figure to KJ, and you know, maybe Raze too, and be like, all right guys, this is awesome, just make sure you keep your head in the game, you know, this is great and proud of you, but like, you know, just make sure you're focusing on the mission, we're on missions? Or is he got to step up as a leader and be like, guys, you know, this is not allowed, like, your rules are rules? And you know, like, so, and then what ramifications will happen with that? That's kind of crazy too. And then of course there's the whole theory that I still have that maybe this isn't even Raze right here. Maybe this is still Omega Raze. Because guys, if you remember what I was saying earlier, for whatever reason, you know, Raze got extremely, whether she got drunk and, you know, and blacked out and then like woke up in Breeze, you know, literally across the world, or she got kidnapped. And guys, since we saw Omega Boombot once again in the garage, like, man, it really is looking like that something happened to Raze in that concert in Berlin. And, you know, something happened to her, and that's why she woke up. Maybe she was kidnapped. Maybe this is an imposter Raze from, you know, Omega Earth or something. And, you know, there's a couple theories floating around. It's not canon. It's not officially true, but do not take that as truth. But what if this isn't even Alpha Raze? What if this is Omega Raze? If that is the case too, then that's a whole another can of worms as well. I really do hope though that that's all wrong and this is Alpha Raze, because you know, I like this a lot. I think this is awesome, and since it has been something that has been hinted at, and you know, the community has wanted it for a very long time, I'm just happy. I'm proud. And yeah, that's everything we have so far at the time of recording the video. We do not have any more updates to this, besides you know, Valorant Twitter accounts posting Nano Bomb, which is you know the nano grenades for Killjoy and Boombot for Raze. Nano Bomb, you know, Killjoy plus Raze, like, you get that. And guys, reading the comments of this, it is mostly overly supportive. Of course, you have WestJet saying, if you mad about this, you weird. I'm mad that they're still closed. Like, that guy's, he's hilarious. I love all the tweets he posts. But it looks like that for the vast majority of the comments here, everything is positive with this, and it's just cool. It's just cool to see, you know, the acceptance of this in the community, and most likely because it is something that has been hinted at for a while. So it's really cool to see, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are cool about this and happy and proud, just like I am. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, notifications if you're new. Now, with all that being said, Jeppy out.